Welcome back to Smart Life. I am Dr. Gina, and it's so good to be with you. Thank you for joining us here on Smart Life today. Has anyone else noticed a theme of freedom promoting movies at the box office lately? There is the movie Divergent, I saw that one, and also Hunger Games, huge. Has Hollywood finally come around to seeing the light? Have they figured out that the American people actually don't like the big boot of tyranny coming down on their throats, or is it just a coincidence? Then there's, of course, the Noah movie. Is Hollywood actually trying to get biblical? Maybe they're just trying to get Christians back in the theater. Who knows? But here with us right now to put in his 2 cents on all of this is our good friend James Hirsen of Newsmax Hollywood reporter and legal analyst. Welcome to Smart Life, James.
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Gina? Good to be with you.
It's good to have you. Good to have you. I can't decide where to go first. I can't decide if we should talk about that whole is there a Hollywood shift. I think let's start with Noah. Such a controversial movie, James, as you know. I've read reviews from the biggest Bible-thumping Christians, some of them saying, no, it's really fine. I don't know what all the uproar is about. And then I've read some that say, no, it completely distorts everything that is biblical about the story of Noah. What says James Hirsen?
Well, look, I can't imagine any person that's in a faith tradition that encompasses the Bible, and not just fundamentalists, but almost anybody that would sit in that movie and not feel like they were insulted. And so I don't understand particularly the faith leaders that not only have said it's okay, they've endorsed this movie. Let me tell you why. First of all, the character of Noah in the Bible is a righteous man of faith who walks with God. The character of Noah in the movie is an anger management candidate who is an animal rights activist, environmentalist, and hates people. He's suffering from the kind of attitude towards people the late George Carlin had, where he feels like the world is better off with no people in it, even to the point where he would kill his own baby granddaughter. That's the plot of this movie. But he'll slap around his grown son for accidentally harming a lizard. Then, you know, the idea of the wickedness and sin offending God in the Bible is changed into wickedness and sin offending the Creator because of the ecology has been damaged by primitive technology, you see. And the primitive technology was so extensive that it caused climate change and caused everything to look like a desolate, apocalyptic kind of set of Mad Max in this film. And then, of course, Noah will narrate the Genesis creation story. When he's on the ark, he's telling his family, and the audience is treated to a visual montage of evolution, beginning with the primordial soup, and then all of a sudden life spontaneously generates into single cells. Now, there's no reason that the story required a montage of evolution in there. So I got to think either 2 possibilities. One is that Darren Aronofsky and Paramount are geniuses, and they decided to intentionally upset people to get controversy and publicity. That's, option one. And that's a possibility. But the other option is they have so much antipathy and dislike for so-called religious right people that it seeped out, not only in the script and in the movie, but when Darren Aronofsky went out to promote it, he used profanity. He went to the New Yorker and said it's the least biblical movie ever made, all of those things. And it may be that what we're seeing is an intentional insult. But that's the way I took it, as an insult. And I definitely, I tried to dissuade people from going to see it and told them to see Kevin Sorbo's movie, God's Not Dead, instead.
Yeah. Yes, I would say the same, and that so far has been my strategy, but I've been confused by some of the reviews that I've read, so I'm definitely glad to get your take on it. Do you think that Noah, and you and I have spoken about this before, but do you think that Noah, James, is one of those manifestations of Hollywood realizing that it's just not making money anymore unless it's attracting the Christian conservative. That is the population of people that want to go to a movie with their family, and they just can't handle the gratuitous language and gore that they want to inject in these fictitious movies. And so they're having to at least use biblical names or concepts about tyranny, such as in Divergent and also in the other movie I mentioned, which I'm blanking on at the moment. Do you think this is the trend that's happening? Is Hollywood's realizing it's going to have to somehow get those families into the theaters?
Well, sure. I mean, they couldn't help but notice when the Bible miniseries topped all the broadcast shows and was #1. Son of God did very well. They remember the Passion of the Christ. They know the power of the faith community, and Paramount spent a lot of money reaching out to the faith community. But here's the problem. They had a bait-and-switch campaign. Mm-hmm. If you saw the trailer, Gina, the trailer showed Noah as Russell Crowe standing in front of the ark. He's confronted by the villain. The villain has his henchman with him. The villain says, "You stand there alone and dare to defy me," to which Russell Crowe replies, "I am not alone," very dramatically, and they end it right there. Now, that's a typical bait and switch, what they did, because even a secular person would think, well, gee, this is Noah. He's not alone because he's with God. But then you go see the movie, and that's not who he's talking about.
Oh, nice.
He's talking about these giant rock creatures.
Oh, right, the rock creatures.
That have 6 arms that are supposed to be fallen angels that help him build the ark and help protect him.
Wow.
It's a total convoluted plot line.
It sounds like
but
it.
It's a bait and switch.
All right, I'm staying home. You talked me into it. Thanks so much for coming on the show. James Hirsen, tell us where we can find your work.
Oh, you can catch me at Twitter, The Jim Jams, and on Newsmax.com.
Awesome. Thanks, my friend. We'll catch up again soon. We, as you know, our show is audience-driven, so if you have a topic or you are an expert in an arena that you think we should cover here on Smart Life, you can just let us know by contacting us at moneybizlife.com. Go to the Smart Life page. Let us know what you want us to cover, and we will try to make it happen for you. Our goal here at Smart Life is to be sort of your personal business life coach, because we know that you are way too busy to go sit down in some office somewhere, and because all of us can be a force when we are armed with just a little information and the guts to make the changes. Meanwhile, send us your questions at Smart Life page at moneybizlife.com. Click the Ask Dr. Gina button, and we will try to get back with you just as soon as we can. And remember, you can go to moneybizlife.com and view past segments and full episodes of Smart Life. Thanks for joining us. You go boldly and live the smart life.